What's up, gang? Case here with our CrossFit strength work for Friday, May 14th. This is our build week and our hinge focus day, starting off with 3 sets of 12 on our sumo deadlift. We did 10s last week. We're doing 12 this week. Same weight across on all 3 sets. Our goal is to use the same weight as we did last week for these higher reps. Setup position on this sumo. Find shoulder width and then bring each foot out a few inches. It's going to differ a little bit person to person because it's going to be a lot about your leg length as well as your hip mobility. So as we get set up and we turn those toes out, we want to be able to drive our knees wide enough so that they can still stay centered over top of that ankle. So don't get out so wide that you have this inward slant. Also, take your time in your setup today because I want you to get your weight in the center of your foot while those toes are still angled out, because people do a lot of weird things when they get out wide like this. They'll stretch their feet out or their knees out wide and their feet will roll off the ground, or they might even be turned towards the inside of the foot. Weight centered in the foot and then put some outward twist pressure on that foot to help open up the knee. From there, let's set up from the side here. When we're in the bottom, hips should be halfway between the knee and the shoulders, so make sure we're not getting down too low. Also, keep those knees back. Arms stay long, pin those shoulders back, and then tuck that chin up just a little bit so that we have that straight line from the top of our head down to our hip. Belly braced. Squeeze your belly and butt at the top of the movement. Make sure we're not leaning back. We want to be straight up. Send the hips back, keeping the bar close to the leg, keeping that belly tight and those shoulders pinned back throughout the lift. After that, we've got 2 sets of 5 hanging knee or L raise, leg raise. So we're progressing this movement up to starting in a hollow position and then trying to keep those legs straight, toes pointed, and hips tuck under. So we don't have to lean back and turn this all the way into a toe to bar. We want active shoulder, hollow body. Notice how my hips tuck under. That's my starting position. And then reaching with those toes, keeping those hips tucked under. I'm going to control that up, control that down. As those feet come down in the bottom, make sure that we're not tilting those hips back in the start. Once we get hips tilted under to start the movement, they should stay tilted under throughout the set. If we're not quite ready for that straight leg version, we'll go back to our bent knee version. We'll still start in that hollow body, and then we'll roll those knees as high up into our chest as we can, because as we get those last few inches, those hips start to tuck even more. That's when we're engaging those low abs the most. Do 5 reps of the leg raise or the knee raise, rest 20 to 30 seconds, and then do 5 reps again each round. Finishing up with 18 of those foot elevated glute bridges. It's important that you put the center of your foot on the ball. So we're not driving through our heel, we're driving more through the center of the foot, and that's going to give us more activation in the hamstring. Palms are going to be up, belly tight before we go. Extend those hips high, hold for a moment, and when we come down, don't quite touch the ground with your hips. Get about an inch off, extend back up, pushing through the middle of the foot so that we feel it in the glutes and the hamstrings. 3 rounds today, rest about 30 seconds in between each movement. Good luck on your strength work, and we'll see you back soon for our Metcon.